Hey guys, it's Matt with Tips for Truckers over here. And today, well yesterday, I got this nightmare load. Oh, it was such a mess. But the thing is, these poles on the top here, I mean, they were about to lean over, and actually when I stepped right on it, it actually shifted and started leaning over. I thought it was going to collapse. But ended up having to put these bands on it and everything. Let me go up and show you. Actually, back here you can kind of see where it's, that one's leaning a little bit and that one's leaning a little bit. They're not completely on the boards and started falling over. But like I said, we ended up banding this, and like I said, we ended up banding these. I wanted all of them to be uniform, so like if I figured if one fell over, they were all going to fall over. But what I ended up doing was putting bands on, staggered the bands, as you can see. So you got one band holding these on and one band holding these. So they're actually going to work against each other if one starts falling over. And plus, when we tightened up these bands, you can see now these tabs are touching. That's touching there and everything. So it's going to keep it from wobbling. But this load was really unstable when I picked it up. And I just want you guys to know that every now and then you're going to get a load that you just can't haul. I called up my company. You got to be professional about it, but you got to do it. I called up my company. I said, hey, I don't feel comfortable taking this load. I work for a great company. They said, no problem. We'll call Clutie Building Products where I picked this up. And they ended up calling them and had a guy come out after hours, the shipping manager. It was real nice, and he helped me band. He said, hi, however you want this done. It obviously wasn't loaded great, so however you want it done to where you feel comfortable, I'll give you a hand. We ended up spending about 2 hours or so between these bands. These, like that one, none of them were actually on that board. So there was nothing really holding these on as well. And it was just a total nightmare. But I think we ended up getting it pretty secure. Actually, when I first stepped on here, the whole load shifted, which was pretty crazy. But as you can see, we got the whole thing banded together back here as well. So I don't see this moving at all. Looks pretty secure to me now, but the whole point of this video is that you're gonna have to get on top of a load first of all if you're pulling a flatbed. You can't be afraid of heights or nothing. But the other thing is you're gonna have to adjust your load eventually. You eventually gonna get a load where it just can't be hauled. It's rare, but it happens. And you just got to be professional about it. You got to call your company, call your safety director, whatever you got to do. But don't haul a load that you don't feel comfortable hauling. Use some common sense here, though. If you could strap it and everything a certain way and get it good, then you could do that. But obviously, as you can see, this load, without any bands, there was just no way of hauling it properly. But that's another thing that you got to understand about flatbedding. Don't become a flatbedder if you're not afraid to get on top of the load, adjust things. Sometimes you even have to move things by hand if you can also. So, I mean, flatbedding is definitely not for sissies. And you got to understand this is what you have to deal with when you're a flatbedder and everything. You know what you're getting into. But also, like I said, you're going to have to adjust your load and all that as well. But that's basically the principles of adjusting your load. Just be real professional, be nice to everybody that's willing to help you and everything. And sometimes you just got to be assertive and everything. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. It just understand that you're going to have a lot of headaches pulling a flatbed eventually. Something like this is going to always come up eventually. And you just got to handle it accordingly, professionally.
This man with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day.